Alright, so in this chapter we will see what exactly a tensor is, try to get some visualization of tensor on a 2D plane, and learn how to create multi-dimensional tensor using NumPy. For the agenda, first we will see some definition of tensor, then what are the tools and libraries required to do some hands-on, then check some key attributes of tensor, and in the end we have some overview of where tensor fit in with scalar, vector and matrices and use NumPy to create each of these. So a tensor is a container of data, or we can say container of numerical data, because the data almost always going to be integer or float. All the current machine learning algorithms uses tensor as their basic data structure to store and process data and apply transformation on them. But from the computer science perspective, it's better to think of tensor as an object rather than being a simple data structure. If you are from computer science background, you must be familiar with arrays and matrices, which are 1 and 2 dimension tensor respectively. So it's a generalization of matrix to an arbitrary number of dimensions or axis or rank. To do some hands-on, we need Python installed on your local machine, few external libraries like NumPy and OpenCV, and some IDE or Jupyter Notebook, but that is optional. You can also use Python command line. Here are some attributes of tensor. First is rank or axis, that represents how many dimensions a tensor has. For example, a vector or array has only one dimension or axis. A matrix has two dimensions called rows and columns, and so on. It can be calculated using ANDEM attribute of NumPy. Second is shape, that is tuple of integer describe how many elements the tensor has along each axis. We will see more about shape in the further slides. And then the data type of elements contained by tensor, almost always going to be integer or float, and it can be calculated using dtype attribute of NumPy array. Let's start with scalar. A scalar is a single number that represents a zero-dimensional tensor, or we can say a tensor that contains only one number is a scalar. Scalar has zero axis. Let's create this zero rank tensor in Python. We are using PyCharm as our IDE and created a Python file. First we import NumPy library. And then create a variable that hold the NumPy array created using np.array method and put a number into it. Then we will print the attribute we talked about in the previous slides. First is rank or axis. Then print the shape. And then data type using dtype attribute. Let's run it. Let me increase the font size a little. So the axis or rank for this scalar is 0. The shape is empty tuple and dtype is a 32-bit integer. Now move to vector, that is an array of scalar or numbers. A vector is a single dimension tensor having only one axis. So if we wrap a few scalars in an array, and run the same code again, we can see that the rank is 1, which also represent axis. Shape is a tuple with single value 5, which represents that 5 elements are present along the single axis, which is the 5 elements of the NumPy array. And again, dtype is 32-bit integer. Now let's move toward matrices, which is a tensor of rank 2, which can be implemented by wrapping few vectors in another array. The two axes of matrix referred as rows and columns. Okay, take this vector and make few copies of it. Change the element for little clarity. Format it a little and run it. So the rank or axis is 2 now. Along first axis, it has 3 elements, which is 1, 6 and 11. Along second axis, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And data type is again 32-bit integer. Now let's move toward what we actually called a tensor, that is 3D tensor. If we pack the matrix used in previous slide into another array, we get a 3D tensor, a tensor with rank 3. Consider it a few matrices stacked on top of each other created the third dimension, which you can consider a sample or channel in case of RGB images. And again, by packing the 3D tensors, you will get a 4D tensor and so on. Visualizing a 4D tensor on a 2D plane is a little difficult, but we hope you can able to imagine it. Now let's create a tensor of rank 3 by making copies of these matrices and wrap them into another array. And a little formatting, make it easy to read. Let's run it. And you can see that the rank is 3 and the shape is 3 elements along axis 1, 3 along axis 2 and 5 along axis 3. So first axis represent the stack of matrices, second is the rows of matrix, and third is column of matrix. If we again wrap this into another array, we will get a 4D tensor and so on. Now let's comment this array and import OpenCV library to load an image. Read image using imread method. And we have this image along with us. And try to find the same attributes for this image. Let's run it. So you can see that image is a tensor of rank 3. The shape is a tuple of 3 integers which represent the height, width and the color channel, which is 3 in case of RGB images. We can also read the same image in grayscale mode using grayscale flag. Now again run it and see what has changed. So the rank goes down by 1 because grayscale images have only one color channel. And while reading the image in grayscale, OpenCV omit the third value from the tuple, which is going to be 1. Rest values for height and width are same. The data type is 8-bit integer because the elements of this tensor only has values between 0 to 255, which falls in the range of 8-bit integer. We can see it by printing the tensor. Let's comment all of this and print the 2D tensor. So as you can see, all values are less than 255. Let me print the complete NumPy array by setting the print option. Okay, so this is the complete NumPy array corresponding to that image. And it is clear that the values are less than 255 and falls under 8-bit integer range. And with this, we conclude our lesson. Thank you for watching. You may now move on.